Welcome to part 2 of the JPEG Film Simulation Film Recipe, the Matrix part 2 extravaganza thing. Part 1 was the daytime episode, and we went around my local area photographing just things that I see throughout the day, general street photography, using the X-T4 and the Fujifilm 1.4 mega lens with the black pro mist quarter strength filter. Recently I went to London, so I thought for the nighttime episode, part 2, I thought I would take the same rig and shoot the JPEG Recipe in London at nighttime, and just to see and demonstrate how the recipe works at night. I think you'll see from the images that the green tint, which is hence the name The Matrix, really shows its class at night, especially in the shadows. The great thing about this film recipe is that also the colours have breathing room to come through, so you'll see from the images in a second that, you know, the yellows and reds still show through really nicely, and white show as white, which is what you want really. So the base film simulation is classic neg. I'll show you the images, see what you think, and then we'll talk about it after the slideshow, as it were. All right. So what did you think? I was fairly happy with the images. I think you can see what I was talking about with the shadows and the green tint, and the colours, like subtle colours that are along in the scene, other than the not so lit areas, really do show up nicely with the yellows and the reds, especially in like something like this image where you can see the yellow inside the restaurant where the guy's cleaning up. It really does shine through nicely, and it gives it a really good sort of steampunk type of aesthetic. I think overall the nighttime imagery really lends itself to this film simulation, well, the recipe anyway. It has just a really good dystopian vibe to it, and that really lends itself to my type of photography, especially at night, and especially with this lens and this filter combination. So in part 3 we will focus on video, and we will use a similar but separate setting for the video. We'll shoot a few in the daytime, but I think we'll concentrate more on the nighttime video footage, as the dynamic range doesn't need to be quite as high a setting on that. So yeah, we'll focus on that, see what that looks like, and we'll do that in the next video, in this series anyway. In the next video we will actually have a break from this, and I've got a review to do on a lens that I've recently bought, which is this monster of a lens. It's the 50-140 2.8. It's got some amazing bokeh on it. You'll really see it. It's almost like the Helios lens. It's got like a kind of swirling effect to it. It's a fantastic looking thing. But yeah, I used that while I was in London. Really got some, because that's probably my weakest part of my photography, is using a telephoto lens. I mean, as telephoto lenses go, this is a fairly short one, but it really does help pick out certain details in the scenery. So we'll focus on that in the next video. We'll do a small review on the photography aspects of it, but then we'll also do a separate video focusing on the video side of that as well. Yeah, we'll continue to work on some new music, and we'll see if we can get you some more out there as well. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of this recipe, especially in terms of the last video in the day and this one at night. Tell me what you think, and see if it's got that sort of aesthetic that I was explaining. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Alright.